All right, here. Test the mic. 1 2 1 2. Test the mic. 1 2. We got to start with my mic check here. Mic check. 1 2 1 2 1 2. Mic check. Make sure my mic is on here before we get this show on the way. Let me see what we got here. One, two, one. Let me see what we got here. One, two, one. Let me see what we got here. My son, great, guys. Welcome aboard. Welcome to Voice of SINOE. Special edition tonight. I have a special guest. So as you get on, please share the link for me so that we can interact with my special guest tonight. In the meantime, I will be featuring the person I'm having tonight, the musicians or artists. And so we have to be featuring some of our music here, build our audience. And we'll be right back with you.
You have to be in the spirit, or ushering cannot take. You have to serve the Lord with all your heart, with all your heart, with all your heart. Going to church day and night cannot take you. Give your life to Jesus as your Lord and personal Savior. He will see you through. He will make a way. If you wanna go to heaven, if you wanna go, if you wanna go to heaven, if you wanna go, if you wanna go to heaven, you gotta be born again. You gotta be born again. If you wanna go to heaven, be born again. If you wanna go to heaven, give the Lord your heart. You gotta be born again. If you wanna go to heaven, if you wanna go, if you wanna go to heaven, if you wanna go, if you wanna go to heaven, you gotta be born again.
Yes, if you want to go to heaven, you gotta be born again. Hold on a second, girl. Let me put my device on here. Yeah, if you want to go to heaven, you got to be born again. I don't know what that means, but you know, when you are born, right? But you know, they have a different, the religious people that have a different interpretation for that, you know. And I have a religious person on the platform tonight, the artist of self. Minister Olivia Suah is my special guest tonight on the Voice of SINOE in the diaspora. So as you get on, I want you to do me a big favor here. You share the link for me. The minister has something to say to us here. Let me put the elegant picture of my special guest for tonight over there so you can know who I'm talking about. And I call that special guest. Olivia Suah is my special guest tonight. And so we're going to build our audience a little bit. I'll be back. Let's play one more song from the artist herself, and then I will invite her, tell her to get on so we can start the show. That being said, I enjoyed this new track, Dance for God, from the minister herself.
Attention, Yane Jiriako. Yane Jiria Daddy. Yane Bladio. See that one? Oh, Sata. Dance for God. 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 My brother dance for God. Dance for God. Dance for God. My sister dance for God. Dance for God. Oh, dance for God. Dance for God. I say dance for God. Dance for God. Dance for God. Dance for God. Ajaja. Dance for God. Kanyato. Dance for God. Otio Dano. Dance for God. Otio Damblue. Dance for God. Otio Dano. Dance for God. Otio Damblue. Dance for God. Dance for God. Hey, dance for God. Aja, 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 suatro. Ajaja, 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 ajaja.
Ajaja, ajaja. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Voice of SINOE in the Diaspora with Doc Sayapode. Esoteric, my special guest tonight is the Minister Olivia Suah, a gospel preacher at the Agape International Church. Not Agape, actually, Refuge Baptist, actually, sorry for that. Refuge Baptist Church. She's a minister of the gospel, and she wants to talk to us tonight regarding something that is very important. So as you get on the show, please share with your friends so that they can also be part of the show. I'm waiting for my guest. She will be backstage. As a matter of fact, she backstage right now. So let me see here for a second. We are 10 minutes into our time, and we have to get the show rolling here. Let's see. Let me get that beautiful image, and so you can see my beautiful face too. That Seayee put that. I'm here. All right, officially welcome to the Voice of SINOE in the Diaspora with Seayee put that. Coming to you live from Prosper Park, Pennsylvania, in these United States of America. You know, the organization, which is the United Cyprus Association in Americas, a lot of things been going on, and the members that contribute to the success of the organization, they are concerned. And so one of the concerned members, that is Minister Olivia Suah, she wants to say something. I know a lot of people out there too, they are worried about the situation, the unfolding situation within the organization. And so hopefully when the minister is done tonight, other people will come, because the more voices we have, apparently, maybe, who knows, the leaders will listen. But without further ado, I want to use the opportunity now to bring on screen for the first time. This is her debut on Voice of SINOE, the Minister of the Gospel, Minister Olivia Suah. Hey, Minister, how are you?
Hey, Seayee, how are you doing?
I'm great. Welcome to Voice of SINOE.
Thank you.
You look wonderful, by the way.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
All right. How's Philadelphia? I mean, I'm in Philadelphia too, but I'm in the suburb. How's your end? The weather is kind of it's cloudy out there. How's the weather over there?
It has been it's drizzling right now.
Okay.
It has been, rain has been falling since this morning.
Okay. But
go
ahead. Go ahead.
Yeah. Okay. We thank God for life.
All right. Wonderful. Yeah. All right. So before we get the show started, do you have like preliminary or opening comments that you like to make before we get into the meat of the show tonight?
Sure. The comment that I want to make here is to appeal to our viewers to give us listening ears, and we shouldn't exhibit negativity let us remain positive, because at the end of the day, we all mean well for our people back home. So whenever somebody come on social media to express their point of view, they are not here to attack anybody. It is just what they observe and want to put in the public for the sake of peace. So that's why I am here tonight, for the sake of peace.
All right. Wonderful, wonderful. For the sake of peace.
Yes.
So when you say for the sake of peace, there's something going on?
Well, how can you ask me that question?
Well, I don't know what is in your mind. Like, what do we need peace? If so, what is going on?
Can you repeat that again?
You say for the sake of peace. Why do we need peace?
Well, we are not going to promote divisiveness. We want all of the division, discrimination, and persecuting each other, criticism, all these things. We want to stop, because we want one happy organization, and we want to practice. We want to practice stability in our midst, unity, so we can be able to work together. So the reason for which I came on your platform tonight, and this will not be the last platform. I'm going to make sure I go on every SAPO legit platform that Sapoians are operating on. So the reason for which I came on here, I'm going to get to the point. But first of all, let me let the people know who I am. All right.
Go ahead. The floor is
I know
yours.
people know me to be Seayee from back home. But at this point, I am a minister of the gospel. I sing and speak for Jesus. I am an entrepreneur. I am a writer. I write songs, and I am a gospel artist. I have produced 5 gospel albums, including videos, musical videos. I am very busy. I have also produced a movie that is entitled Let It Go. So this inspiration, it came from God himself to be a peacemaker. The Bible says, blessed are the peacemaker. So God has inspired me to be a peacemaker. If you even watch the movie, you're going to find out that this movie is all about peace. So I am also a mother. I am a wife. I am the daughter of the soil. I'm from Greenville City, SINOE County, from Waja, to be precise. I'm from Sabuitan, they call that village. Wing Sabibli, SINOE. There where I came from. And my father was the late Chief David Wule. He was the clan chief of that village. He passed away, and now my younger brother is the chief. He was elected and accepted by the people to carry on my father, like I say, or position. So that is the village I came from, and my late mother was also a pastor. So when it comes to making peace or advocating, I'm very good at that. It's not good as a child of God for you to be, taking sides wrongfully. All right. And I also had a policy that I am now, even though I'm still maintaining it, but my notion was never to have anything to do with politics. I just wanted to focus on only the Bible and preaching, and singing. But what is the point of you preaching the word of God and you are not presenting or advocating for justice to be served? So even Jesus, in the Bible, the government is on the shoulders of Jesus. So every organization that has rules and regulations is also protected and ruled or governed by Christ himself. So we cannot sit back and say, oh, we are preaching, let the people go our essence. It is politics. We are not going to have anything to do with it. So no, this is why I'm here, because Christ said we should speak for the poor. And those who are not in position or in offices, like the members, we shouldn't see them as if to say they don't have voices to speak. They do have a voice, and that voice is in somebody like me, and that voice is also in somebody else too. So that's why I'm here tonight. We need stability in this organization.
Okay, Minister, before we'll talk about stability. I want you to first put in context for us what actually is going on for which we need stability.
So the reason for which I'm using the word stability in our United Support Association in the Americas, the board, the president, and his members.
Yeah,
that's the
cabinet.
word.
Yeah,
right. They are not on good terms. They don't have one understanding, and based on that, it is affecting the entire body. So some of us, we cannot sit back to watch the organization to be split in two. Now people are having two conventions.
All right, before you go to the next convention, you said the board and the executive, there is the split or rift. I mean, can you give us a sense of what precipitated the rift?
Well, before coming on here, I will put my phone on do not disrupt. Yeah, I'm sorry about that.
Yeah, go ahead.
So before coming on here, I did my own little research, because I do not like to assume. You see, assumption, it leads people to mistakes. You assume this is what it is, but it's not actually what it is. And our people live by assumption. Oh, I think this is what happened. I think he's talking to me. I think she's talking to me. So I did my own little research. I contacted members of the board. I even tried to reach the president, Mr. Gidio, but I wasn't able to. But I'm still going to try to reach to him. And from what I gather from the board, every one of them, they are saying the same thing, that after the election, the elders, they selected members to be on the board for them to be able to guide the president, and I mean the entire assembly. But they are saying every time they try to contact Mr. Gidio, he is not willing to work with them. And for that reason, it has caused a split in the organization. So that's why I'm here. I am here because it has been bothering me as, a member of this organization. And the second queen also of this organization, second national queen of the organization. Yeah, I have served this organization as well with my time, my money, and my effort. We were the beginners, and we are happy for it to be where it is today.
So I'm eager to know what year were you the national queen for the union?
Oh, so you put it, don't go all the way back there.
I just want to get a little historical background here.
Yeah. Well, you're probably talking about 2000, I don't know, 7 or 8.
Who was the president by then?
Well, I'm gonna post the information later on.
Okay.
Due to the fact that, you see, I am a quiet person, and I'll do many things, so I don't really do background check on my people, what are they doing. But every time they call on me, when they need me, I just come and I work along with them. So, but I'm gonna post the information.
All right, that's fine. That's fine. So, So, ladies and gentlemen, my special guest is Minister Olivia Suah. She's a preacher of the gospel at Refuge Baptist Church. She's my special guest tonight, and she's a peacemaker. And while I was listening to her keenly, she used some words and phrases. She's not going to take side wrongly. She said something like that. She also said she used the word justice, which is very important to me. And she said she speaks for the poor. So let's see what the minister will speak for the poor tonight, and what she will do justice to the people, the forces that are involved in the conflict, and the members that are stuck in the middle. We want justice tonight. So, Minister,
Yes.
so you say you reached out to the chairman of the board of directors, and he gave to you his side of the story, and then you call the national president, or should I say former national president, Mr. Gidio, and you did not get him. How many times did you call him?
Well, I tried contacting him on Facebook. I was unable to locate his Facebook page, but then I asked somebody for his number. So I made the attempt like once, calling once. It didn't go through, but I'm going to try again.
Okay.
I'm going to keep trying.
All right. So if you were to reach the president, what would be your message to him?
Well, my message still remains a peaceful and a humble person who is, at this point, is not happy with what is going on. So I will want for him, or let me use the word need. I know it's not a matter of life and death, but yeah, it's a need because we have, people now coming at each other. I would love for him to work along with the board. No matter what the situation is, we all have been in this United States of America, and we see how the people operate. When they are operating, two people are having a conflict or misunderstanding, they will make sure they give a strong warning. And that warning will be specifically about the job. They will tell you, even though you are not in good terms, but make sure you work together as a team. So this is my appeal. No matter what the incident may have been between them, because I have not heard his side of the story, but all of the board members are giving me one story. So no matter what it is, he still remains one of the elders in our community. Once he has had that position as a president, no matter if his term is over or not, he is still a leader. So he should be able to work with the elders and let them work together respectfully. Because in life, if we don't...
Yeah, go ahead, and your talk.
If we don't respect each other, there is no way we are going to answer yes to each other. That is simple. That itself is just something that is obvious. If you are giving me or being hostile to me, or I'm hostile to you, it's going to lead to what? Violence and verbal abuse, and people will just be confused and all over the place. We are not going to come to one conclusion. So has the perfect gentleman he is, and a leader for a chapter now in Minnesota, he shouldn't allow this rift to keep going on. Conflict is not good. So I learned that the board have called him several times, and he's not, responding. He is not cooperating. So I just want to appeal to him. I don't know for whatever reason he is acting such a way, but let bygone be bygone. We are in this because of our people. Women are still getting on motorbikes while they are in labor. That alone is painful. I learned I can't get it right now.
Mister, let me cut you up a little bit if you don't mind.
Yes.
All right. So I think I get your perspective with respect to what you would say to the former national president if you were to get him. But you spoke to the chairman of the board, and I think it's important that you at least give us an idea of the content of the discussion. And I also heard from you that you said all the board members are saying the same thing. What are they saying?
Well, the board members are saying they were elected by the elders to guide the leadership of this organization, which means when the assembly assemble and they have a meeting, when they conclude and come to one understanding, that should stand. One person has no right to go back and change the conclusion. So, but these are some of the things that have been happening. Whenever
did somebody change the conclusion?
Yes.
Who did?
They said the president did, Mr. Grio.
He said they said. Who are the day you quoting here?
I'm talking about the board. Okay.
Okay.
So I'm gonna come to that too, because sometimes we try to separate the board members, which is not right, because the board is the board. If an institution send me on a journey, I'm going on behalf of that institution. I'm not going on behalf of myself. So it shouldn't be for no reason that I will get attacked for going. But I'm going to get to that point. And that's why I am saying the board, and I'm not mentioning names, because they are not individual working by themselves, or they are not working individually. They are working together.
Okay.
Yes.
So, but give us a synopsis or a little gist of what the chairman said to you.
I was on the board. I was able to talk with Mr. Usaa. I was able to also speak with Suah, and I contacted Mr. Boto Jawi today.
What did they say? I mean, just give us a summary of what it said to you.
What I already told you about the president not cooperating with them, even though they have tried. And they are even appealing for the organization to have one convention. They are still making effort for peace to reign and for people to come together and have one convention. So they are still working on that. But the cause of this whole problem was what I just told you. He is not cooperating. The president is not cooperating with the board.
Okay, so but Minister, given that you have not spoken or you have not heard the side of the president, do you believe the opinion of the board? What they say?
Well, I believe some of the things that are going on, and one of those things is the money that was taken out of the account without the approval of the board. That I believe.
Okay.
I believe that, and then I believe the nursing quarter that they built in SINOE or whatever, whatever they built it was never agreed upon in that manner for that building to be built.
Would the board and the executive did not agree for the structure to be erected?
Yeah, they had a different plan. Even though it was their plan for it to be built, but not at this point. They said they wanted people to go to school and be trained. They wanted to have their own nurses, send the people to school, train them as nurses. And when you have nurses, now you can build a nursing quarter, which I said it makes sense.
But the nursing quarter was approved by the General Assembly, though, 2019 in North Dakota.
Okay. It was. Yeah. But how about sending people to school that will operate?
That portion of it, I think it was 2018 convention in Pennsylvania. The board, I think the General Assembly approved at least 12 students.
Right.
And I think that proposal, it was approved. We don't know what the executive is supposed to implement that. We don't know what the issue is, why the 12 guys or the scholarship wasn't given. I don't know.
Okay.
Yeah,
So-
but your husband is a board member. He did not give you update on that?
That's what I'm saying. They did. They spoke about all of that.
Okay.
So the finances, they are not even sure as to whether it was given to those people to go to school. So what is the point of building a nursing quarter if you don't have a nurse who's going to live in that place?
So Minister, personally, do you support the nurses quarter or not?
If they have nurses who are going to work along with the people, yes.
No, do you support the idea now? We don't have the nurses, but the structure
Right
is there.
now,
Do you?
that's what I'm saying. It's not, I don't, for now, I don't support it because nobody is there to live in that place. So apparently the building will just stay there and get affected by, you know, storm or something. Because if you don't heat up a house, it falls. It gets destroyed. So
Okay, so Minister, based on the information you gathered so far, even though you have not gotten holistic update or both sides of the equation, you got the executive or the both side, but you have not gotten the executive side of the story. What do you think somebody is at fault here? If so, who is that?
if I must be a judge tonight.
Because I don't want you to hesitate because you said I'm not cutting you. You say you are not going to take side. You are not going to support wrong. You know, and you say you are the advocate of the poor. So the poor people right now in Liberia, they are suffering, and then we are fighting here. So do justice to the poor people here.
So if I would be a judge tonight, a judge cannot persecute anybody without hearing the complainant, the person who made the complaint.
The defendant, the complainant. Okay,
right,
all right.
Right.
Okay.
So there is no way I can sit tonight to say, oh, the president, he is totally wrong, or the board is totally wrong, even though the board has given me some facts that makes him to be wrong somehow.
The president is wrong somehow?
Somehow. For not,
okay, but now fully.
For not following the order of the elders who asked him to work along with the board. But the reason I'm not going to fully charge him has been totally wrong is I haven't heard his side, so I don't know what prompted him to acting in that manner, if I can say so.
Yeah, but so the information the board gave you with respect to the money, did it give you tangible evidence that convinced you?
Well, the tangible evidence that convinced me, it has been said that the money is no longer in the account.
Is that speculation or fact? Hearing
from the board, I'm going to say that's fact, but again, they are not signatory to the account, so there's no way they can do research by contacting the bank. I don't know. I really don't know how they went about getting the information, but to every side, there's an insider.
So you have an insider that gives you information?
Well, as an advocate, we get information all the time. So, yes.
But it's one thing to have an insider, is another thing for that insider to be independent, though.
Right. You cannot be people. And that's what I'm saying. Even like people who are now around Mr. Gio, all right? Because my father was a elected clan chief for my village. So you cannot trust people who are around you. Politics is a very dangerous thing. It's a very dangerous thing. Politics is a game. Somebody will tell you, I'm for you, and they may not mean it. You cannot be fully sure. All right.
Minister, you use the word politics, and this is a non-political organization. How is it that we're missing politics and non-political entity? I mean, How does that happen? We
Well,
have a humanitarian organization, and now it has been turned into politics. I mean, how is that?
any organization that elects a president is totally going to turn out into politics.
Okay.
You cannot change it around to say, oh no, it is no longer politics. No, once you have leaders in offices and they are governing that organization, there's no way you can separate politics from it.
So, but do you think election is a problem in the organization, given that it comes with politics? Will you say that we should eliminate election because of the competition that involved? It puts people apart.
We cannot eliminate elections because human beings change. Some people are very humble from the initial stage of running campaign and all of these things, but once the power enters their hands, they change. And when they change, they start to abuse the people they are leading. So this is why people who are very sensible, they will either say you are in office for 1 or 2 years. And I believe every organization, every member in the organization is entitled to run for leadership if you have the ability, if you have the capability, if you have the calling, if you have the urge. It is your right as a member to run for any position, be a presidency position or secretary, whatever you want to do. So we cannot eliminate elections. We are not doing
Minister Jarlene Verdi is making an observation here.
Okay.
He said, my dear sister, you should have waited after you have spoken to the president before you come public. You agree with her?
Well, I agree with her what she is saying, but to everything there is limitation. Right now it's a state of emergency in my corner, my dear sister Geraldine. So that's what I'm saying. I'm gonna do a follow-up to talk to him because it's not fair if I'm not getting his side of the story. But right now we have tension on him. We have people coming on social media, putting their cell phones before them and insulting another person. These things, they have to be stopped. So how do we
stop those things? How do we stop those things?
Well, we are not going to force anybody, but through the help of God, by us voicing these things out and speaking on them, it's going to, bring an end.
But you don't think that's going to exacerbate the situation? Is that going to make it worse?
No. Every sensible human being should be able to take advice from another human being because no man is an island. If you are by yourself, whatever decision you make, that decision will not help you. It will not help you. And no matter how rich we are or whatever prestige we have in the community, and we are influential, we influence people, no matter how powerful we are, we cannot be an island of our own. Our riches, when we have them, we still need people who will look at them and say, oh my God, you are doing well. We need encouragement from those people. We need to be maintained. All right, we need each other no matter what.
Okay, Minister. Let's get to some specifics here. You gave some information to us, and you're about to talk about convention. I think 2 conventions. I mean, do we have 2 conventions here?
At this point, that's what I heard, because people have inboxed their venue on social media stating that they are having a convention in Minnesota, and people are posting flyers stating that they are having convention in
Florida.
So yes,
Okay, so I mean, which one is right in your view? I mean, is it Minnesota branch or the Florida branch? Where should we go?
I'm gonna give you my answer on that. What I stated yesterday in my broadcast, I said we all intertwine. We intertwine. So if I provoke you, I could be provoking 10 other people or 50 more, 50 and more. So being that we are intertwined, we should work on coming together and having one convention. And that one convention that we have, let it be the one that is legit. And the one that is legit is the one that has been backed up by the Constitution.
Which is it?
The one that is backed up by the Constitution that the president himself, he paid for the hall, and we were planning to have in Florida.
Excellent. Okay. So is it where you're going?
Why you want to put me?
I don't want to know.
But don't make me laugh, yeah. Right now, I'm not going to answer that question.
Why not? You're here to do justice to us, or Minister?
Yeah, I'm here to do justice. I'm here to do justice, and that's what I'm saying. Even in my effort of bringing peace and stability, I am still obeying, backing, and stand for the Constitution, because that is what stands for our people. So everyone should be able to take their luggages and say, we are going to Florida for this convention. And you see, convention, most of our people, they think convention is just about partying and dancing. It's not only about having party and dancing. Convention is where you go, you bring your ideas on board, you speak about the finances, and you speak about any dispute that is going on. And right there, you say, let bygone be bygone. So on that part, that is what I have to say. Everybody at this point should either be thinking about going to Florida or you cancel the convention. But it shouldn't be two conventions, because we are one people. We are one people no matter what.
So, Minister, to be clear, which one do you support? Should we cancel it or should we go?
Well, you are not hearing me just now.
I heard you, but you said you bring in cancellation, so I'm a little confused. That's why I'm asking.
I said all of us should support the convention that the president himself, he paid for in Florida.
All right, fair enough.
And when we meet to that convention is for settling disputes, balancing your budget and making the structure what the thing is to discussion.
Okay.
Yeah, yes. So it's not good for people to be having, like, people sending two different fabrics. Why will we be divided? And
so, Minister, I want you to bridge the gap here. You clear already we are divided. I mean, put us together here. What is your proposal to bring in the union together?
My proposal here is that Mr. Gideon, is the president of the Minnesota chapter right now.
The man says he's a national president. You say he's the Minnesota chapter president. I think the president of Minnesota chapter is Casey Wiley.
Okay, I'm sorry for that. But I only said that because I learned he was supposed to be in office and his term is over. That's what I'm saying. He's the president in Minnesota. The Minnesotan people saying he is still the national, and they are only seeing it because of this confusion. Once your term is over as a leader, I believe you should be able to step down. And this
Yeah,
is
but
this
the
is not just
president,
back
the
to
former
him.
president is saying, his argument is the board of directors and the executive members' time over the same time per the resolution from North Dakota, because North Dakota convention said last year, which was 2020, the board members and the executive members should go to election. That was the one of the resolutions from there. So the president said that the board cannot say that his time is over.
And
When
they
the
are
people said, yeah, and it said we all agree that next year all the board members should go for election, or everybody.
okay.
Yeah.
I also did a research on that,
Mm-hmm.
and the facts that I got from there was the any president whose term is over, that president should work along with the board. They are in power, but they are not fully in power if they don't work along with the board. So the board will be the one to make every decision along with that particular president. It's not only about Mr. Gidio. It could be me tomorrow. Oh yeah, I can leave you.
Yeah, absolutely. We want the minister to come.
Trust me, it could be me tomorrow. When my term is over, the board will take over, and every institution has a setup for that purpose. Because anything can happen at any time. Even during the Liberian Civil War, they had a 6-man council. So they put that law in order to guide the organization. When your term is over and something occurs where they are not able to go for convention or to have election, you are not automatically going to step down, but work along with the board until election can be put in place.
Yeah, but in this case, Minister, the former president is not working along with the board. So, I mean, what is the way forward? The man is not working with the board of directors.
And that's why the elders, I'm not seeing the board, the elders, they are having a meeting tonight. I told you I'm an advocate and I have information.
Okay, okay.
They are having a meeting tonight to make sure that the board and Mr. Gidio work together, because division is not good. If they try their best to bring these two people or this group and these two groups together, the president and his folks and the board members, bring them together, and it's not working, then they're probably going to go back into the meeting and decide on what to do. I can tell you what they are going to do. But
Okay, but the two bodies, they have met with the elders before, or at least 2 meetings already. I think this is the third one, if not more. And those meetings were not fruitful. Why should we be optimistic this time around? I mean, at least from the information I gathered, the board, the guys, or the documents that I have here on my desk, the board of directors, the guys are cooperating with the elders, but the former president is not. So why should we be too confident tonight that this meeting tonight will yield a good result?
Because anything is possible.
Okay.
With God. All right. People can fight war, and at the same time they can get tired, even though this is not a physical war. But some people are bruised internally from being insulted. All right. And when we continue to exhibit these characters of insulting people, it's not good. Words are like, spill water. Once you spill it on the ground, you cannot pick it up. And that person is going to live with those things internally. And we are going to meet, no matter what, because we are just but a little tribe that is not even recognized on the map of Liberia yet. So we have a whole lot of work to do instead of us fighting each other. So if the president and his cabinet, or however you call it, cabinet, I guess, does not work along with the board. It left with the elders to take a decision. But my plea here is that I want all of us to work together.
Okay, okay. All right, so ladies and gentlemen, my special guest tonight is Minister Olivia Suah. Are you a pastor as well?
Well, I am an ordained minister.
So is that also equivalent to pastor?
Yes.
Okay, okay.
Yes.
Yeah, so she's a minister, she's a pastor at Refuge Baptist Church in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, and she is bringing some ideas on the board. But Minister, when you were speaking earlier, you said when we go to the convention, for example, that's where we discuss ideas and our plans and stuff like that. Do you have some ideas for all this convention?
I have a lot of ideas. And this is why I have made it my business. It's not just about calling people behind the scene and talking. I'm a bold person. Very bold. If anybody wrong, I tell you are wrong, whether you like it or not.
So, Mr. The board wrong or the president is wrong?
Well, like I just told you, I haven't heard his story to know what prompted him to decide on not working along with the board, but some things that the board said, and I know they are fact, he's wrong in those areas.
Okay, all right,
Yes,
all right.
I said
So
that, yes.
the minister made a call here and said the president is wrong on those things based on the facts she got so far.
Like,
All right, it's not coming from that side. You put it from the minister herself. So, but minister, before you go ahead with your talk, you were talking. He said, anything is possible with God. I mean, are you guys not praying enough? I mean, the organization is going apart. Why is God not bringing us together?
Oh my God, you know, God has given each and every one of us free will, something called free will.
Okay.
Meaning you must be willing to do. You must be willing to build your faith. Faith coming by hearing the word of God. So if you are not willing to be built up from hearing the word of God, it's going to be dispute. Because even in the church, the Bible talks about the wheat and the tare. The wheat are the good people, the tare are the bad people. So it doesn't mean because this is an organization, it's not going to be misunderstanding. It will be misunderstanding. But through the help of God, we should be able to resolve our issues. Because we are all different individuals with different mindsets coming together to, operate together. And we may not understand each other. But it doesn't mean we should be enemies. That is one of my aim that I'm pressing on. Once we start to build up animosity and say, oh, you hate me, I hate you too, then we are not going to go anywhere. We can have misunderstanding. It's natural. It's a normal thing to have misunderstanding. But at the end of the day, you forgive me, I forgive you, we move on, and we go back to doing our business. That's what life is.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, my special guest is Minister Olivia Suah. She's talking about the state of the United Sapper Association in Americas. I mean, the line that is moving at the bottom of the screen there, if you have questions for the minister, you are free to call. We want to hear from you. What you're thinking. If you have questions or concerns, anything, let's speak out now so that maybe people come here and get some ideas. Maybe the president, his team, they will listen, or maybe the board of directors. I mean, it's something the president said. In order for peace to come to the union, he wants the board of directors to retract the letter they sent to him. The word they used was rescind. That means they should cancel the letter and the board should write a letter of an apology to him and to publish it in public or what have you. They should write another communication to the bank to reverse that decision. That's the only way he will listen. Do you agree? Do you think the board should apologize to the president?
Well, Seayee put it between you and myself or among us, the Sapo people. for me, I'm a very disciplined person. I am a very disciplined person, and I have principles, and I like to follow rules and regulations. So I did not read the letter. But if the letter is something that is approved based on the Constitution, then why should the board be apologizing? Are you understanding what I'm saying?
I'm following you.
Right. If we have a Constitution and the board or the elders are going by the Constitution, and the letter is based on that, so that means they are doing their job. Just like the president himself, somebody could, do something and he will write a letter and fire the person from office. Nobody going to tell him, say, oh, what you did is wrong, because he is following the Constitution. So if that letter, I didn't see it, was something that was put in place based on the Constitution, and it was not an individual idea or command, then I don't think the board should be apologizing to him for doing their job.
Okay, yes, the president position. He said, yeah, go ahead.
But if the board did not follow the Constitution and they just did it and they wronged him, then they should look into the letter they wrote and see if they can contact him because they are wrong. So you get my answer. But if they are wrong, but if they are not wrong and they are following the Constitution, then they shouldn't have a reason to apologize, because every man is entitled to doing his or her job.
All right. So you haven't read the letter, so I can push you on that. But basically, the letter, the board wrote the communication because the president wanted to go to Liberia for the delegation ceremony of the nurses' quarter, which of course wasn't part of the contract, because the General Assembly, they approved in North Dakota 30,000 for the nurses' quarter, nothing more, nothing less. So after that was approved, the president first proposed that he wants to go to Liberia to break ground for the nurses' quarter. So he submitted about $12,000 in the budget to the board. And I just give you a little background how the conflict started. Submitted that, and then the board said no. Obaku went there, we gave him $3,000, and so we can't give you $12,000. So they gave him $3,000. The president the group said the board hit the president, it's a whole long story. So the second one, to dedicate the building, the president submitted his budget, $7,236.28. He sent the budget, and then the board, the chairman or the board replied and said, there are negotiations going on right now, and we don't have agreement, because every time we send you communication, you don't listen to us. And there is this issue going on right now. So what I want us to do is, Mr. Chairman, carry your voucher back. Carry it back until we have some resolution. We come to one agreement. The president went and still went in the account and took the money, against the board rejection. And so that's how, when you were in Liberia, the board wrote the communication and said, okay, say you are not listening to us, and it is confirmed that you got the money from the account, we have no option but to write. So, but that, not only that one infraction, there are many infractions they listed in their communication, not following the elders' arrangement and those things, So there's a whole lot they listed. Let me see, somebody got a comment here. Let's look at it, even though we'll cover the two of us, but let's look at it.
Okay.
Yeah. Let me see. I kind of delaying from my end.
And as such, the president.
So the guy said, I consider SAPO Association as a non-for-profit organization, and as such, the president or the chief executive officer, CEO, is answerable to the governing board. The former president has totally breached the bylaws of the organization. As a fiduciary of the organization's resources and a guardian of its mission, the former president is progressing in the wrong direction, and it is quite glaring that his actions have the propensity to undermine the stability of the association. What's your reaction to that statement? It's very well written.
Okay. The board
governor said, yeah.
The board mentioned something about the organization money being a non-profit thing. So even though the money is in the account right now, and we the type of people we are saying, oh, we have 200,000 plus, but that money at this point is not for us because the organization is a non-profit organization. And if the government needs a statement from this organization, they are coming to the board. They will need the people to explain how the money was used. I don't know if I'm answering your question.
No, I mean, I just wanted your reaction to the comment. That's all. I mean, okay. I didn't ask a question. Yeah. But you are looking at a list over there. Do you have something there for us? Go ahead.
Oh, yeah. I have a whole lot here.
Go ahead.
All right. The first thing I have on this list is when people decide to separate the board members. All right. The board member consists of grown men who can be our fathers, our grandfathers. So we are supposed to respect these people. My point here has support people if we want to address the board for something wrong that they did. Let us not pursue one person because it's a group that is working together. You can say, oh, I'm going to attack Olivia Suah because Olivia sent me a letter, or I'm going to attack Olivia because she exploited money from me or whatever. No. The board instructed that person, so the person is working for the board. So when I see people attacking certain individuals, then it is not about the organization anymore. It's a personal thing. So people should desist from these things. Approach the board. Attack the board. Don't attack Duncan or Mr. Suah individually, or Peasley individually, or Boto or Mr. Sabwe. Don't do an individual attack.
Minister, do you think, I mean, it's the right choice of word to attack? Should we be attacking people?
People shouldn't be attacking people in the first place. We shouldn't be attacking each other in the first place. If we say we are all one sapo apodiable, let them look at that name, apodiable. But if you have your own inner personal fight.
Before you go ahead, you use the word apodiable. Maybe somebody following doesn't understand the language. What is apodiable?
Apodiable, let us do things together. Let us come together. Let us unite.
Perfect. Okay.
Yes. Let us unite. That is the meaning of apodiable. So people should stop attacking individuals simply because we are doing it, and this person, they may not be responding. When we insult them, they are not saying nothing. We shouldn't use that opportunity to abuse people. Only because they are not saying anything, it doesn't mean they are not taking it important or it is not relevant. Everybody respect their own personality, their identity. We all want to keep our prestige around here. So let us stop insulting each other, especially our older folks. Now, people are afraid to speak because when they speak, they feel somebody will come for them. I'm on here, I'm speaking. But I'm not feeling or thinking like somebody going to come for me. All right? You can't, nobody should think about coming for me because, you know, I'm stating my point of view. But I'm on because I am bold to come on and say it, but there are other people who want to speak, voice, how they feel about this whole situation, but they cannot come on because they don't want people to insult them. So we have to desist from these things. It is not our culture. And one of the things that the board spoke to me about was they were taking this whole incident as a traditional thing. Or let's do it our tradition way. Mr. Gidio is our friend, he's our brother, he's our son. So we shouldn't go to the assembly, like go to the body and be calling people and telling them, oh, this is what happened. So let us resolve our conflict or our misunderstanding or issue among ourselves. So when it comes to telling people what was going on behind the scene, they were not transparent. And that's why I always tell people, be transparent when it comes to putting information out there. You don't say, oh, Olivia did something wrong, but I'm going to compromise. I'm going to pat her on the shoulder, or we're going to cover up. Because in the next few hours or day or two, I'm going to use that against you. Since you said I did something wrong, why didn't you bring it to the public? And I'm not saying that now because a whole lot of people, they are in doubt. They have no idea as to what the president really did for the board to send him that kind of a letter. So if they were transparent in bringing the information, or the board told the president not to go into the chapter account or the organization account, but the president went into the account, we were not going to be talking about things like this now. But then we would have known who is actually wrong, you know, who is at fault. But now they make things complicated because they've been hiding stuff.
Good. I mean, let me make a quick clarification here. I think somebody sent me a communication and the person is right. But when I use the word rescind, right? I think maybe I used the words together at the same time and then I say apologize. But the aspect of apology that we're talking about, somebody sent me a communication and that's why I want to reply to. So on the teleconference or with the elders, you know, I was on there. I have the whole audio. The president said that the board got to apologize to him, and they should also rescind, which is to revoke, like he indicated to withdraw whatever they said, to cancel whatever they send. To take back, basically, you know, to be simple, you know. So maybe I used the two words at the same time, but the president also, besides rescinding their communication, the board should also apologize to him. They said that. So thank you for pointing that out. But I mean, I'm not trying to confuse. I'm not saying rescind means to apologize. That's what I'm saying. Yeah, but thank you. Go ahead. Yeah.
Right, and like I stated, if the letter they sent a letter because he took the money unknown to them against the will of the people. We are in the organization to raise funds to help the people. So, of course, it is obvious that we should limit spending when it comes to spending money. And sometimes we should be able to improvise. We should be able to improvise because if you are a leader, I have been in leadership in other organizations, and even personally, I improvise. If you are a leader, you improvise, you spend your own money. So people feeling may be hurt too by me saying this, but it should be a time in our lives that we leaders, we should spend money, especially if we are advocating for people. We cannot just be spending the people money and say we are using it or we are spending it on them. But we should be able to improvise. use our own money.
Minister, in other words, you're saying the president should not always be taking money from our account. He should use their own money.
Not just him. Yeah. Not just him, but everybody in office. You can't just be running to the organization account.
Okay. Every time the president talking about presidential allowance, as though this is a government he running, he always say that presidential allowance. But good point. Go ahead.
Yeah, and I also have something to say to all of the hosts on social media, TV hosts, wherever,
including Dax. Are you put there?
You.
Go ahead.
The press can damage people in an instant. I know it because I'm always on social media. So if you are not a friend of the press, it's not good. It's a bad thing. But this is not where we are heading. Having this platform, it should be here for you to help our people, the supporters. So my appeal here has of now, let us preach what? Peace. All right, let us preach peace.
Oh, you're talking about the media? You're talking to the media people now?
Media people now.
Okay.
Every media platform. Because we the press. All right. And when I say
are you insinuating we've been preaching division?
Well, I'm not going to judge you on that, but you are the secretary for our president in Philadelphia here, right?
Yes, that's right.
Okay, so it's like you are playing two parts at this point. You know, you serve her office and then you come and serve the national, right?
Right. No, I'm not part of the national administration anymore, though.
Not part of it. Okay. You're not part of it anymore. Okay.
Yeah, I resigned about a year plus ago now because of the president, a lack of communication. Yeah.
Okay, now I know. So, yeah. But let us use our platforms, you know, to promote peace and stability. If you
Minister, I hate to do that. I want to press you on that a little bit. So you are saying we should advocate peace, even if the leaders are not doing the right thing. Shouldn't we speak to those things that they are doing wrong?
You rebuke. Even the Bible talk about rebuking. You speak about the wrong that the person do. You try to advocate for peace. You don't. What was I gonna say? You speak on the wrong. You rebuke them, but you don't chase them away. We are not here to chase people away. We are here to bring people together.
How can you rebuke? How can you rebuke and not chase? If you rebuke somebody, you're not chasing the person away?
No, because the Bible says when you rebuke the person, you are stating facts. Let's say if I went somewhere and stole, you saw me, you will say, Olivia, stealing is not good. Do not steal again. Then you say, but since you have done it, it has already been done. The damage has been done. Let us move on. It's not good. Stop it. Are you understanding me? So you rebuke a person and you forgive the person and you move on. And when we are seeing tension in our community, I know some people can
I'm following.
Some people can be highly provoking. Like some of the things I saw.
But the person is angry. So how can you move on when the person is angry?
They are angry. Some of the things I have seen on social media about even Deacon Suah, they will be calling his name. Don't get Suah. Oh, Usaa with this one. These people, they are elders. And because their family are not saying something, it doesn't mean they are not planning to say something. Everybody loves their family. And some of us will not sit down and allow people to disrespect our family members. So because of this organization, people will just get up and start to insult people. Everybody cannot sit on Facebook to do a live video and be insulting people, but they have other means. But just for the sake of peace, that is why we are advocating. Let's back on, be back on, let it go and move on for the sake of the organization. I haven't seen a millionaire. Sometimes will be like, oh, I got money, I got this, I got that. Everybody work on the clock in this country 16 hours to be able to either pay their mortgage or pay their rent. So nobody can say they are living in this country based on the $1 million that they have in their account. No, you want to work, I'm going to work. All right. So if we are doing clock in and clock out and we are getting checks, it doesn't mean we should try to buy off each other because we feel we have, job. We got jobs and we work. So, but sometimes we look at these things and we don't say nothing. But people will be saying stuff. This is America that we are in, and we know how to defend ourselves. And we know how to defeat people too. But I'm saying it's for the sake of peace. We want peace. We don't want war. Let people stop attacking individuals for personal reasons best known to them. Are you there? You can hear me? Can you hear me? All right.
Your podcast. Are you hearing me?
Now I can hear you.
Are you hearing me?
Yes. Yes.
Yes. Are you hearing me?
Yes.
Yeah, I am. Let me take you out. I'll bring you right back.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm hearing you. Are you hearing me now?
Yes, I can hear you. Yes.
Hello?
Yes.
You hearing me?
Yes.
You want to get out and come back? Okay. All right.
I hear you. Yes.
You hear me? I'm perfect now?
Yes.
Okay. And there is a... Are you hearing me?
Yes.
All right. I just want us to be... I want us to be on the same page. I said yesterday I listened to your podcast.
Can you hear me?
And you said the convention should be canceled. But are you hearing me?
Now I can hear you.
Yeah, the convention in Florida should go on. So which one now? Because you said the convention should be canceled yesterday, and now you're saying, I mean,
Are you hearing me now?
I am hearing you.
Okay.
Apparently, you are not hearing me.
Okay, so when you ask that question, I said for the sake of peace, because we cannot have one convention in Minnesota and one convention in Florida. So we should be able to resolve any conflict that is, bringing that into place. But if the others try, and I am trying, other people are speaking, and they still refuse to cancel those, conventions, then everybody should follow the convention that represent the Constitution. That's what I said.
All right. But when you say, because the General Assembly decision is binding on all, and the Florida Convention was made by the General Assembly, and according to the Constitution, is the highest decision-making body of the organization. So why should we go with what the elders said and not what the General Assembly says?
The General Assembly and the elders are the one that are saying we should go to Florida.
Hello?
Hello?
Are you there?
I can hear you. I'm hearing you. Hello?
Yeah, go ahead.
I'm hearing you. Can hear me now?
Go ahead.
All right.
Let me see, Minister. I want out of the studio so you can come back. Yeah. Yeah. So. One, two. All right, she's back. Sorry, I had a technical. Let me get a technical stuff set over here. Hello, 1 2 1 2. 1 2 1 2. All right, she's back. Sorry, I had a technical.
Okay.
Yeah, Minister, you hear me now?
Yes.
Good, good. All right.
Okay.
Let me check the sound back here too and see whether my sound is good. Let me get a technical stuff set over here. Hello, 1 2. All right. I think we should be good.
Yeah. So, as I stated yesterday on the cancellation of the conventions, the two conventions, as I said it, based on the confusion on people, everybody, doing their own thing, and I said it based on us coming back together. But what I am saying, that still stands. If the board and the president cannot resolve the issue for us to come together, I want them to postpone everything until peace and stability come among us, where we can have one big convention. But
should we put
they have been after I heard from the board yesterday, even though, like I said, I haven't heard from the president. After I heard from the board yesterday, and they said on several occasions they have been trying to work along with Mr. Gio, so the convention and everything, everybody can come together. He is not cooperating with them. After I heard that from them, we cannot cancel the convention or disorganize the entire organization, because there is a split. We cannot do that. So that's why I said, if anyone will say they are going to convention, let them go to the one that represents and stands for represent the Constitution, the General Assembly. So you understanding it now? Oh, so you put it. Hello?
Okay,
Yeah.
okay.
Okay,
All right,
I'm hearing
so guys, yeah, I'm
I'm
getting you. I'm
hearing
getting you. So, guys, my special guest is Minister Olivia Suah, and she about to leave. Minister, you about? Yeah, you. I'm hearing you. You are not hearing me.
yeah. Yeah, before I
You're not
get
hearing
off
me.
myself
Apparently
because I'm
not.
hearing you. I'm hearing you now. I'm hearing you now.
Yeah, I mean, because I'm hearing every word you're saying, but then you're saying you're not hearing me. So, you
Right,
hearing me
okay.
now?
Yes.
Hello.
Yes, I'm hearing you. I'm hearing you.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay. If the elders, like they said they were having meeting today, and they reached out to the two
There's a delay going on there.
the
There's a
two
delay.
groups.
Minister, I will get you off again. We are not on the same page. You are delaying
All
from your
right.
end.
All right. I'm still on.
Yeah, guys, we have a technical issue over there. She going back and forth. It's like we are not on the same wavelength, and also she delaying. Yeah, let's see whether she'll be okay this time around when she gets on. All right, guys. That's I think my special guest. I'm waiting for her when she gets back on, so we can just climax the show. But the GDEC governor already back again. Let's try again. Hopefully, we'll be on the same page this time around.
You hurry and wrap it
Let's
up,
see.
okay?
Hello, Minister. Welcome back.
Thank
Hopefully,
you.
you're hearing me.
Yeah, I can hear you. So let me hurry and wrap it up. The last question you asked me, you said, why am I having a change of
Are you
mind?
hearing me very well?
Yes.
Go ahead.
Okay. He said, why am I having a change of mind? Because I stated yesterday the convention should be canceled.
All right.
So after I did that video yesterday, I contacted members of the board, and the board told me that they have been trying to work along with the president and the Minnesota group. But the things are not working out. They are not waiting. They are not waiting to work along with the board. And because they are not waiting, we cannot cancel the job that we have to do as an organization. We have a whole lot to do. So that's why I said, but then the elders should go back into the meeting and try to contact the president again. When he gave them the final word, they can decide from their last meeting that they will be having. But if the president still insists that he doesn't want to be part of this and he wants a split, people should make their decision on what the Constitution stands for. The General Assembly, the board, represent the Constitution. Even Green himself, he was part of it. Everybody is part of it. So we shouldn't destroy the Constitution and start falling by the wayside and going in other direction. So the right convention would be the one that he himself he planned for Florida. He paid for it. So that's what I have to say. Even though we are trying to make peace, but if peace is not working, we will follow the Constitution and do what we have to do. So I want to thank you for having me. I gotta get off. We can do this another time before the convention. All right.
Right, right, right. All right, all right. Thank you so much. Thank you, thank you. All right. Good night, Minister. Thank you. We that's my guess. We have a little technical, but she you gave your views on issues. We don't all have to agree necessarily, but that's what she thinks, and she gave it to us. Now there's a comment here from Jida Governor one more time. I know it will cover me, but I want to share that comment with you. Let's read it together. What Jida Governor said here. I don't know why my device is delaying here. Let me see. Yeah, the device is delaying from that. Let me read it from my gadget here. He said, to buttress my previous comment, I'm wondering if the Support Association Governing Board or Board of Directors are aware that it is their responsibility to ensure that the President or CEO be responsive to members' needs and priorities. The board is accountable, that is answerable for everything the organization does and how those things are accomplished. But if there is a turnover on the board, it makes it difficult to sustain focus on long-term goals and plans. Considering what the former president is trying to engage in, I'm afraid that the association board members will soon begin to subscribe to different interests and loyalties as the commotion progresses to another level. All right, so Jida Governor is a good writer. I like. So he brings some sense to the issue here. Hopefully the board will take some tip. I'm not a board member, of course, but hopefully they will get something from what he's saying. All right, so basically that's what we have for you for the night. The Voice of SINOE will have a single edition, maybe Saturday, to tackle some issues, some issues. But before I go, we have been seeing some stuff going on. I just want to touch on one thing, or if you like two. I think I wrote a piece on that today to debunk that. And that issue has to do, let me get the minister's stuff down here. She's not here anymore. So it's just me now. I just want to speak to something quickly and I'll be done for the night. All right, so what I wanted to talk about before I leave you is the issue of people carry romance around, which is not good for the community. They will say X says this or Y says that, and the people know facts and then they run with stuff. So the issue is with respect to the former president or former interim president of the Delaware Valley chapter, Mr. David Crabb. I mean, people are going around and they are saying he was coerced, he was pressured out of power by Francis Clapp Myers. And I think my job as the host of this platform is to do justice to the people. If somebody is wrong, I will say it for sure. When somebody is wrong, I will say it. So we want to make it clear that at no point in time, President Francis Clark Myers exerts pressure on the former president, David Cryer. David Cryer served the Delaware Valley chapter very well. He exhausted his time. He himself, he set up the election commission, and we went to the ballot box. And that's how Francis won the election. There was no pressure to the contrary. Nobody should go around and tell you, oh, Francis exerted pressure on David Cryer, and that's why she can get Green chance for Green to be the king of the association. No. David Cryer served, and he set up the election commission, and we had a ceremony, everything, we had a transitional team where he turned over all the documents, the bank balance, and those things. So people should not go and tweet things around. A wonderful job that people did, to twist it because they want to politicize the organization, and the voice of justice will not be here for people to be spreading lies all over the place. I love to write, I love to talk, and we'll do the talking. Other people think some of us, we are here just for the time being. No, we are here to stay. We are building an empire here. So when you come once in a while, you yell on Facebook, blah, 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 you cuss people out, and you think, and that's some of us, we are here. We are not going to reply to people that are just going off emotions and stuff like that. No, we are here. When we'll come here, we'll give you facts. We'll give you the evidence. If you are not comfortable with the evidence and you insult, that's fine. I mean, I used to this. So somebody will call and cause that. What else they have not caused? The whole of SINOE County, SINOE Forum. I mean, the people will come and cost my whole generation. I mean, so why else somebody would say that will move me? I mean, anytime somebody curses, it tells me that this person does not have intellectual property. Especially when you're saying, I can't stand that man. Okay, when you say you can't stand that man, already you are confessed. You have told me that we are not on the same page. I'm above you. I can't stand the man. Okay, so when you can't stand me, why should I fight you or why should I argue with you? That means you are my subordinate. I need not argue with you. That's what it means. I can't stand that man. All right. So when I come at you, it's like you put two boxers in the ring. The other one is a heavyweight boxer, and the other one is an amateur. You can put an amateur boxer and a professional boxer in the ring. I mean, it's boxing, but the two characters are not on the same level, so that would be murder. They under the same rules and all of that. And so, but yes, the one is professional and the other one is an amateur. So you can't put a professional and an amateur in the ring. So when somebody says, I can't stand you, you confess, you tell me already we are now on the same page. So that it makes no sense for me to come at you. When you say, I can't stand you, then of course we are on the same page. You can't tell me, say, I can't stand you, and then I'll be arguing with you. I can't report to whatever you said. Nah, I can't do that. So next time, these people that want to talk about Sayopo there, let it say, I can stand the man. Then let the man and man stand, or the woman and the man stand, and see who will crumble. But you say, I can't stand you, then I'll go argue with you. No, we can't do that, man. So, ladies and gentlemen, basically that's what I have for the night. Yeah. Oh, okay. Somebody just says for me. Okay, good. All right, so ladies and gentlemen, that's all I have for the night. I think the second aspect of that, what I want to talk about, was the issue of the queen. The person also said the queen is taking sides. She has taken a side and all of that. So the queen is compromised. By queen, I mean the national queen of the Southport Association, and the queen is not compromised. She is on point. She is on the side of the Constitution. She is on the side of the General Assembly. They agreed that the convention go to Florida. So any flyer from Florida, it shouldn't be construed as taking side. It should be seen as the Union flyer because, or as the General Assembly decision, because that's what we agree on. Anything from Minnesota, when you go there, then you are going the wrong way, you know, because we did not agree on that as a body. So that's a temple tendron group in Minnesota. All right. And that the guys that are over there, they are maybe the 5% of the population of people that are going to Florida. And so why you want to waste your time on somebody and they say so? I just wanted to make that clear. So the Queen is a constitutionalist and she's a friend of the president. They have been friends for a long time before even Green brought the confusion in the union. You know, so because of that, they are not going to cut off that friendship. And also the same thing with all of us. Docs I'm here. And when I see you, I will speak to you. If you don't want to, hey, fine. But I think we have to do justice. We have to say the truth. You know, you see, the growth of Liberia, the development, the improvement of Liberia will be based on, it starts from these little organizations that we have. When we start to do, we first start from the family, and then we'll go to our community and different organizations. You know, when we start to do the right things, when we get to the national level, we will continue that philosophy. But when we start doing the wrong thing from the family, from the community, from these different organizations, and then you want to go to a national level, or you want to criticize and vilify people at the national level, then what gives you that advantage, or what gives you that moral standing to criticize people at the national level when you're not doing things at the local level, you're not doing things right? And so we're going to, people are saying, oh, let's seek peace. Yes, we want peace. And I want peace. But we cannot sacrifice justice for peace. We can't seek peace in the absence of implementing law. Law and order, they go together. You can't have order without law. Okay? And so these two things, they got to work together. All right? Law is what enforces order. All right. So you can say, oh, let's seek peace, and then we don't want to enforce our law, which is the Constitution. We got to implement that. All right. So, ladies and gentlemen, I want to say thank you so much for following us tonight. Our real show, we got other things to come pretty soon. Tonight it was exclusively for the minister. And so I want to close, you know my closing song now. If you're a religious or follower of Voice of SINOE, you will know my song already. So after we finish singing all those things, then we say, Blende, you know what I'm saying? The woman is saying, let's stop the fighting and all those little things we've been doing. Let's not do that. You know, we are in exile. Let us pour ourselves together, let's pour our resources together and help those that are unfortunate, you know, those that are not on the right side of life's equation, you know. And so I want to say thanks to all of you. Honorable Obaku, thanks for joining us. All of you that follow the show tonight, I want to say thank you so much. And we want to come to you pretty soon with more information.
Don't
guys. Have a good night.